friends, welcome to today's video. I'm so excited because today I am playing with new makeup. Today I'm playing with products that I purchased at the Sephora Beauty Insider Spring Bonus event. Some of these products I've been playing with for the last couple of days, and some of them I'm trying for the first time today in this video. So I really like the look that I created, that I'm wearing. I wanted to create a look that was perfect for summer, so I wanted to play with like bronze on the eyes, but I wanted to incorporate, I say a little color on the lips, and this is still a very light color, but I didn't want everything to be nude or bronze. I wanted to incorporate a little bit of a soft pink, which we did so in the lips. Most of what I used today, is clean beauty. I did incorporate, when I say clean beauty, most of them are brands that are certified as clean at Sephora brands, which means that they are free of sulfates, parabens, and phthalates. I am incorporating some other brands into the mix, but all of these brands can be found at Sephora. As always, I'll have everything linked in the description box below. I'm hoping to get this video up on Monday, in which case you guys will still have some time to shop the event. I'll have all the information down below and the discounts that you might be eligible for and all the information, so be sure and check the description box if you have any questions. But I'm really excited because in this event, I really stocked up on new products that I've never tried before. And like I said, I purchased a lot of clean beauty. So you'll see me use it in this video, but definitely expect some more videos to come when I have more time to kind of play with these products and review them and give you guys more in-depth review on them. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this hair back so that it's not in the way. How's that? That's better. Yes, okay, now we can get started. So first I'm gonna start by priming my skin, and I'm gonna be testing a new primer, a new to me primer. It's the ILIA Prime and Set Deluxe Duo. So this is essentially like a trial size of the powder and primer by ILIA Cosmetics. And I'm going to apply the primer. It's called the True Skin Radiant Priming Serum. So this is the size that it comes in when you purchase the Deluxe Duo set like I did. And, okay, I'm gonna put this in my hand. So it is pretty transparent with like this slightest bit of like gold kind of radiance to it, almost. It almost feels, it feels like a serum. It's not like a lotion or anything. It's not real watery. It kind of has, it does have kind of like a serum kind of tackier feeling to it. Okay, so that has initially like a little bit of a tacky feeling, but it is kind of going away pretty quickly. I can feel it setting on the skin, and it's losing that feeling. So next I'm gonna go in with the ILIA foundation. This is the True Skin Serum Foundation, and I purchased the shade Chios, and I applied this already the other day, and I do think that I like it. It is very lightweight. It feels very lightweight when it goes on the skin. It doesn't feel thick or heavy. It looks really natural. And it's so easy to blend out. All the serum foundations that I have tried kind of have a similar consistency to this. Very lightweight, very natural looking on the skin. They blend really easily. They're very quick to apply. This one is really pretty because it really does look like skin. It doesn't look like makeup. It looks so nice and light. So I used about a pump and a half, and I think I'm gonna have leftover. I don't really think that I need a full pump and a half. I think one pump would have been just fine because a little bit goes a long way. It really spreads out onto the skin and blends out so easily. I do think I could have gone one shade lighter. This one works, but I think that it's a slight bit darker than my normal foundation shade. I'm just gonna kind of bring it down here on the neck since it is a little darker. These earrings are getting in my way. They're a little bigger than I normally wear, but they're so cute. I thought that they just matched with this romper perfectly, so. So next, to prime the eyelids and to conceal under the eyes, I'm gonna use the Lila B Virtuous Veil Concealer and Eye Primer. This is still in the box, but I've actually used it a few times, and I really like this product. I picked it up because it was a eyeshadow primer and concealer in one, so that's perfect. So the product comes in like this, almost like this little pod. It's very, very heavy, and you actually just kind of slide it open like so. Now I've actually been using my fingers to apply this and then blending it out with my foundation brush. But I like to get my finger and just kind of pat it under the eye area and also on the lid. And also kind of work it right in here in the inner corner because we do have some discoloration there most of the time. I know I have a slight bit of a green vein there that you can see. And then I'm just gonna kind of go in and blend everything together. What I like about this product is it's very lightweight. It has this nice light slip to it. and it gives pretty good coverage. Like I would say it's a pretty medium coverage concealer, but it has this nice brightness to it. It's like the perfect tone for under my eyes, and I have the shade Be Bright. Is that the shade or is that the product name? No, that's the shade. Yes, the shade is Be Bright. And I just like it because it blends out so easily and it's so lightweight. I feel like it does kind of give a little soft focus effect under the eyes. It doesn't feel or look drying at all. And I haven't had a problem with it creasing at all. I have been setting it with the powder though. And I really like that it's a 2-in-1 product. I really like that it saves me that step of having to put a primer on. Okay, do you see how that just brightens everything? It's so pretty. Okay, so next I'm gonna set everything. I'm gonna set under the eyes and I'm gonna set the face, and I'm gonna use the ILIA powder that came in that duo set. It's the Fade Into You Soft Focus Finishing Powder. And I'm going to use kind of like a small brush to just set under the eyes area, center of face. I don't wanna change the finish of the foundation too much, so I don't wanna use more powder than I need. I really just want to set everything so that I can apply the rest of my products on my face and not have any areas that stick. I do feel like that kind of softly blurred out my pores here. So this is actually the second time that I've used this powder. And I think I like to apply it with a smaller brush and more sheerly. Last time I used a brush kind of similar to this, just something a lot more dense, and I picked up a lot more powder and I applied it on the same foundation, and I like the finish of this much better. I much prefer this because it does kind of give a soft focus effect around my pores. I do feel like it kind of blurs them a little bit. And it doesn't look drying. I think when I applied too much, I felt like it looked a little dry. So the key, in my experience in the 2 times I've used it, is just to use a lighter brush and apply it very, very softly. Okay, so I filled my brows in with a little bit of a pencil. Now I'm gonna go over it with the Hourglass Brow Gel, just to give a little bit of fullness and keep my brows in place. I like using a brow gel and a pencil to kind of fill in and give my shape, and then a gel to set everything and give a little bit more volume. So I'm torn. I picked up a couple of palettes from the Sephora sale. I picked up the Lawless, the 1 palette. I also picked up the Aether Beauty palette, the Rose Quartz, which is beautiful. I've worn that. And then I also picked up the I Love palette by Sephora. What should I do? I kind of want to do the I Love because I did try the Aether Beauty the other day and I liked it a lot, but I haven't tried the Sephora one yet. And when I swatched this in store, I really liked the color payoff, and any other Sephora palettes that I've purchased in the past, I've loved. And this one's like $14. It's such a great deal. So I got the medium cool tone shades, this is what it looks like. It's a really good neutral palette. You've got 3 mattes there on the bottom, 3 shimmers on top, and then you've got this good basic kind of all over shade over here to the far right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to dust kind of that all over shade all over the lid, just to kind of set that eye primer and also just give a nice even canvas for the rest of the shadows. This is a nice color. It almost kind of reminds me of like a banana color. Like it's got a slight bit of like yellow to it. You could probably use this all over the face too. Yeah, I think you could definitely use that shade on the face if you wanted to like go underneath your eye. So next I'm going to go in with this shade right here for my transition shade. And I'm going to load up my brush. I can already tell that these shadows are going to have a lot of payoff. And I'm just going to sweep that back and forth. Oh my gosh, yes, they do. I love Sephora's brand. I purchased one of their Big Pro palettes last year, and I love that palette. It's so beautiful. Such great quality. So I'm just going to dust that back and forth in my crease. I like this shade a lot because it's got a lot of like warm pink tones to it. And I like the tone of it. Like it's not really dark, but it's not too light. It's like the perfect transition shade for someone like of my skin tone, and even a little bit darker, I think. And someone more fair could definitely use it. Obviously, it's just going to translate a little bit darker on you, but it's beautiful. If you have any color in your eyes, this color will really bring it out while still being like a really neutral color. I love that. I'm so glad I bought this palette. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like a really like true intense like golden bronze shade. And I'm going to load it up on like a good flat basic shader brush, and I'm just going to pack that. Oh my gosh, look at that. onto the lid. That is so beautiful. That is just like as true of a bronze shade as it comes, I think. That's beautiful. And such great payoff, you guys. These palettes are such a great deal. I feel like I should pick up all of the neutral ones, honestly. And they're like the perfect travel size because you really do have everything you need in there. Okay, I'm definitely gonna order more of these. These are so good. So I wanna deepen the outer corner a little bit. So I'm gonna go in with the shimmer shade right here. And we are gonna pop that just on the outer corner. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. This is just like a great everyday palette. Okay, the next product I'm really excited to try. It's the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. It's her like liquid liner pen. You guys know I've always used the Kat Von D tattoo liner, but I decided to give a new product a try. So this is the one I picked up when I was comparing all of the pens at the end cap display at Sephora. They had like all their liner pens or like all their top sellers. I really liked the way this one swatched. Oh, wow. Yes, it is really, really rich, true dark black. Like you don't even really have to put any pressure. And you get a really nice, true, rich, opaque line. Oh wow, you guys, this pen is really nice. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. For my lower lash line, I'm gonna use the eye palette and I'm gonna smoke out my lower lash line with this shade here and then also with the darkest matte brown that it has in the palette. And I'm just using like a good pencil brush. So I'm just gonna go in there and run this on my lower lash line. I'm using the lighter one first, just to give a nice like smoky effect. And then I'll take the darker matte one and I'll concentrate that just on the outer corner. Perfect. Okay, then I'm gonna take the darker shade and I'm just gonna pop that right on like the outer, I would say the outer fourth of my lower lash line. I don't want to take it over too dark. I just want to intensify that outer corner a bit. For mascara, I'm testing two new lash products. I went in and I was going to stock up on my Dior lash primer, which is something that I have used for years and love and always raved about here on YouTube. But I was talking to the girl that always helps me at Sephora. She's so great. And I was telling her I wanted to try something new, a new lash primer. And she recommended I try Milk Makeup's lash primer. And so I decided to go ahead and try Milk Makeup's mascara as well. So I know that this mascara has gotten a ton of really great reviews. A lot of the associates in Sephora were raving about it, so I'm gonna give it a try. I will say that my lashes currently are in like their most pathetic state. I have kind of gotten a little too lax with using my lash serum. I use the Grande Lash Serum, and I was using it every day and my lashes were great. And then I've probably been doing it 2 or 3 times a week, and I definitely need to start using it every day again. So my lashes are very, very weak and sad right now. So I'm coating my lashes in the lash primer. I do like the brush of this primer. It seems to really coat each lash really well and separate them. I don't know if you can see that, but it does really grab each lash really well and coat each lash. Yeah, there's like little bald spots on my lashes. There's like this one chunk of lashes missing. I also think wearing false lashes as often as I do probably doesn't help. Okay, and then this is the mascara. Okay, so I'm just gonna coat. Okay, so this is definitely a thickening mascara. It's making my lashes really, really thick. I would definitely say this is more of a volumizing mascara. It's giving me some length for sure, but it's definitely giving me a ton of a volume. I almost want to kind of separate my lashes with the ILIA mascara, which is another mascara that I picked up. I've used this, and this is definitely more of a lengthening mascara in my opinion. So I'm gonna use it to kind of almost separate my lashes a bit. I like the ILIA for my lower lashes a lot because it's not too thick. Like it really separates the lashes well and gives them like a nice coat. Gives them a lot of length, but not too much thickness, if that makes sense. Yeah, so it just keeps the lashes a little softer. I like that. Okay, so there you go, you guys. That is the mascara and lash primer. So that is the Milk Makeup lash primer, the Milk Makeup mascara, and then I just used a tad bit of the ILIA mascara to kind of separate. But I definitely think that that gave me, you know, some thick lashes. I need to play with that some more. Okay, for bronzer and cheeks, I'm gonna use the Cover FX Perfector palette. I was so excited to pick this one up. It's such a beautiful palette, like even just the packaging. You know, sometimes you buy palettes and they're just so beautiful, like there's something that you wanna just display on your vanity. This is one of them. So this comes with a few highlighters, a bronzer, a finishing powder, and then a blush. So first we're gonna go in with the bronzer. And I'm just going to kind of, ooh, that's pretty. I think my brush had a little bit of blush on it. I like the color of the bronzer because it's not too warm and like red or orangey, but it's not too cool or gray. It's like a good balance of both. I do like that bronzer a lot. And I didn't realize that Cover FX was also a clean at Sephora brand. Did you guys know that? Then I'm gonna take a little bit of the blush color. It looks like it packs a lot of color, so I'm gonna be real careful not to pick up too much. Yeah, you just need a little bit because that is a really bright poppy color. It almost kind of reminds me of like a papaya color. I'm just gonna kind of blend it down onto my cheeks. Then I'm gonna take one of the highlighters and I'm just going to take that down my tip of my nose, right over my lips a little bit, kind of right up here in my temples. I just realized I never put a brow highlight on, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna actually use the Cover FX palette, the shade right here. It's called Brightener. I'm gonna use that shade as my brow highlight. But the Sephora eye palette has a good brow highlight too. Ooh, wow, that is definitely intense. I need to soften that a little bit. That's a pretty, pretty color. Yeah, I just need to soften that because that is a little bit more frosty than I want. Let me go over that. So if you ever do that, if you ever put a shadow on that's either too bright or too frosty, just take your crease brush that you used and just kind of go over it. Like don't add any product to your crease brush, just use like whatever's kind of left over and just blend your crease up into that and it'll soften it. That's really pretty. I am really liking my eyes. It's like the perfect summer look. We are going to a party this weekend, and I think I'm definitely gonna wear my makeup like this. So now we're at lips. I'm using a new lip liner on my lips. It's the RMS Beauty lip liner, and I got the shade Daytime Nude. I felt like that was like the perfect shade to start with, because it's kind of like an everyday shade. Now I really like that this is a mechanical pencil. I really, really, really prefer pencils like this that you don't have to sharpen. Okay, this color is like exactly like my lip color. It's the perfect nude lip pencil for me. And I'm gonna create a little more volume on top. Okay, this is a really nice color. I wanna show you what it's like on my hand because it's not too orangey and it's not too pinky. It's just kind of a good blend of both. Let me show you what that looks like. So that's a pretty good nude. Like it's got enough depth to it to where it's not gonna completely mute your lip out at all. It looks like a natural lip color, like it looks like natural skin color. Sometimes nude pencils have either too much orange in them or too much pink or too much gray. And not to say that I don't have nude lip liners that I like that, but when I'm looking for a pencil that really will work under any lip color, I really want it to be as close to my natural lip color as possible so that it's not gonna alter any lipstick that I'll put on it. And I think this is a really good match. Okay, for lips, I'm gonna use Bite Beauty's lipstick in Sugarcane. This is an oldie, but one of my favorites. I love this, and Bite Beauty is also a clean brand at Sephora. These lipsticks are such a nice formula. They are so pigmented, and they feel really, really nice on the lips. Like you almost don't even have to like swipe it, because you'll get almost too much color. Like I kind of like just press it on the lips, and then press my lips together. And just to blend the liner and the lipstick together even more, I'm just gonna take the lip pencil and kind of fill in the corners of the lip. And there you have it. And that wraps up this look. I'm really happy with the way that it came out. I really like the like bright gold bronze on the eyes and the softer pink lip. I think that it plays really well together, and it gives it, the lip gives it a little bit of color, and the eyes just make it like the perfect summer look. I love this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, as always, I'm gonna link all the products in the description box below if you have any questions on what I use. It'll be linked down below. Leave me all your other questions and comments down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!